It's showtime.
Okay, we've officially hit that stage in the cast. My voice is going, my eye is itching like crazy. I have no idea why, but it's such a pain. But either way, we're here for STPL. We just saw Lamozerg take down Darkish in game 1. That's going to lead us into game number 2, which is going to be between these two players. It's DragOn fighting for NaS, and then for mSj, it's going to be Lamozerg. Now, DragOn, the captain of his team here, obviously had a very good season so far. Very good usage of everything for him. Good micro, good macro, beaten some very good players. He did go 3 for 3 last round, did a little bit better in round number 1. But certainly one of the top players of not only the STPL but also North America. Huge thank you to the follow, Psyduck, I guess that is, good name. But obviously DragOn 2-0 this round, Lamozerg 1-1. So Lamozerg a little bit stronger here than Darkish, just statistically. Lamozerg has actually he's won 1 CVP already, but DragOn is 4 for 2 against his Zerg opponents, and he is going to be up against Lamozerg here on Shin Peaks of Baekdu. Now, Shin Peaks of Baekdu, you may remember it from back in 2007, 2006, 2007 time. Has been used a few times since in kind of throwback tournaments. Was remade for StarCraft 2, became Crossfire there. Didn't last very long because StarCraft 2 design really doesn't work well with this map. But going to be a really cool map for ZVP. We've already had 7 ZVPs on this map already. Teams like to throw out a lot of Zergs, a lot of Protoss on this map, and I would say this is a very good map for Terran, so kind of surprising, but it's the STPL, and it's going to be a lot of fun here. It's going to be a PvZ. It's DragOn fighting for NaS, Lamozerg fighting for mSj. Can mSj bring it back here, or is it going to be a 2-0 lead coming in here for DragOn? Let's find out as we get into the game. Now, starting us off in the 2 o'clock position, we do have the yellow Protoss fighting for NaS. It's DragOn. And his opponent starting us off here in the bottom left-hand 8 o'clock position in the teal, fighting for mSj, also playing in BSL 5. It's Lamozerg. And Fox with the little Kappa troll there, but one thing I will just state, I know he said he was joking. I know there's a lot of people, like Sugo for instance on NaS, who complained a lot about the map pool because he was like, where's Circuit Breakers, where's Fighting Spirit? You know what, it's a team league, you don't need those maps. Team leagues are all about funky maps, funky strategies, sending out snipers, everything like that. My favourite times of Pro Brood War were when we were watching Shin Hanbang Pro League. Every single time it was on, because back then I didn't have to go anywhere, I didn't have a job, I was studying a degree from home and caring for a family member. And you know what, Pro League will still remain the pinnacle of Brood War for me, and that's why when I was making a tournament back in 2015 for the first time, I was like, I really want to make a Pro League somehow. Now, the first SCPL lasted about a month. The teams did get a little bit bored. There was kind of a weird thing I did with it. We sort of had people playing under the aliases of pro gamers, which made everything so hard to organize, which is why it kind of wasn't super important. Wait, I kind of forgotten what I was saying mid-sentence, but yeah, it didn't really take off too much in 2015, but obviously I run the Clash for Char in between, and although I did like running weekly tournaments, so run every Saturday, obviously we had prize pools of up to like $400 thanks to good donations from the community and everything. But kind of Havatnu, the TL Opens kind of took over that. TL Open kind of disappeared, but I knew deep down all I wanted to ever do was run another team league, and that's where the STPL came back in 2018. And I've been really enjoying it so far. Hopefully you guys have as well. And when the Moo Pro League was first announced, I saw it and I literally squealed with joy. Like, squealing, like, I can't even do it. Like, squeal, I guess, would be a better way of putting it. But either way, lots of Zerglings coming in from Lamozerg. Going to be able to take down the probe eventually. Quick expansion actually coming up from him just to go back into the game. 2 gateways coming in for DragOn. So kind of normal. But the fact that Moo Pro League has been sponsored by Shinhan Bank is just absolutely insane for me, because it's like one of the best things that could have ever possibly happened in Pro Brood War, in my opinion. Like, we need a good team league, and like the Afrika TV team battle just was never ever the same. I mean, it just wasn't nearly as good. I mean, it was good still, but you need Pro League, man. You need a Pro League. You need a good format, good teams. Hopefully there'll be another team like SKT who I can die hard fanboy for again. Hopefully Best, Rain and Lava will get in a team together, because that was really, really cool to see that in Moo Pro League. But obviously going to be a lot of fun. Should be cool to see that happening. And for the foreign scene, we've got the STPL now. I know it may be far from perfect. I'm trying to work on improving it every single day. And every single evening I'm doing a little bit more to try and tinker with it, to try and make it a little bit better. And hopefully when we go into Season 2, which will be next year, when we get into Round 4 as well, we're going to have a lot more fun stuff heading your way as well. So, Lamozerg, I mean, really, this is kind of strange for this map, but neither player not really being too aggressive. I mean, DragOn's build, obviously a very aggressive build. He's actually going to go into core behind this, so he's not quite attacked just yet. You can see Lamozerg really powering up super, super quickly. I should see another Sunken coming in from him soon, though, if he wants to hold on. I mean, the good thing for him is he does know what's going on. There is going to be 8 Zealots coming his way fairly shortly. 9, 10 should be on the way as well. But I'm wondering if we're going to just see a Cybernex core come in and it'll just go for speed or something and just go for a big, big timing attack. But DragOn playing this a bit funky. We are going to see a Stargate coming in behind this, so he's not playing super aggressive. I mean, this Zealot attack obviously going to be trying to do a lot of damage. He's going to need to do something, as he is behind in economy. We see another a gas trick, actually, to try and build another couple of drones. But then he goes into the creep colonies anyway, so that was a little bit wasted. But he did see the Zealots on the way, so possibly just wanted to get a few more lings out a little bit quicker. 4th hatchery already coming in for Lamozerg. Now, these Sunkens may finish, but it is going to be very, very tight. Obviously, DragOn does hold the initiative in this engagement for now. Front Sunken going to finish though, and this is not going to be a fight that DragOn is really going to want to take. We should see him going for his Nexus a little bit sooner. But it looks like we are going to have these Sunkens coming in. That's a lot of forced creep colonies, so that's a lot less drones that Lamozerg is going to have. But DragOn is still saving all of his units. He's going to go into +1 attack, Corsairs. We should eventually see an expansion coming in for him. Looks like he keeps adding on Zealots for now. He's a little bit worried about counterattack, but they have a Hydrosten kind of helping out this wall. Also going to allow him to open up the next sort of stage of tech for him. No lair as of yet. He should probably look to get that fairly shortly if he doesn't want to die to Corsairs, but he's actually going to build a Spore. This is fine. So he's not going to build another Sunken. That's going to be kind of redundant. So it's going to be a Nexus coming in for DragOn. Photon Cannon as well to try and keep himself alive. DragOn is quite good with Corsair Reaver, so I'm wondering if we're going to see a Robo come up here fairly shortly. DragOn saving his money. It's going to be a Citadel, so he is going to go into High Templar here. Not going to be Corsair Reaver. Corsair Reaver is actually fairly good on this map, but I guess DragOn not feeling super confident. Now, unfortunately, the drones I think are actually walled off here, so he did try and sort of transfer them away, but didn't get very far, so I don't really know where they were trying to go. Maybe a little bit of pathing bug. This is quite an old map now. It's about 12 years old, so a lot of weird little finicky things. Obviously the meta changed a lot, and it's one of the reasons why I love bringing maps like this back. You see how the teams react to them, you see what kind of players they send out on them. We've seen a lot of aggressive focused players like Faust come out on this map for FBW. We've also seen a lot of defensive players Like DragOn, he's appeared here a couple of times as well. And one thing I'm really looking forward to is I'm working with Radley from NetWars to try and improve on my database, so we should be able to show exactly how many times someone's played on a map, what their head-to-head stats are, what the team head-to-head stats are, what the total overall wins are and stuff like that for not only the players but also the teams, and it should be a lot better for my coding. So looking forward to getting that all implemented. Hopefully that will come in for round 4, if not it'll be for sort of the grand finals period. Obviously redesigning an entire database, quite difficult. But we're going to see Lamozerg pushing forward here, going to be able to deny this third base. Interestingly, Lamozerg hasn't gone to expand yet, so he's just adding on a lot of Hydralisks, going into +1 attack. Speed is obviously finished for those, range coming in as well. Now there's some weird knocking going on outside my house, so that's kind of odd, but I think I've got a new neighbor, so that's probably that. But we see a lot of Hydras coming in. DragOn actually playing very, very greedy, only with a single cannon. Could this be his undoing here? He's not really had that many scouts on the map. The Corsair only just now finding this big Zerg army. Now, I mean, this is going to be a lot of +1 zealots, but, I mean, Hydralisk Lings are not to be underestimated. We see another 2 cannons coming in. Speed actually isn't done for the Zerglings, so that's going to be a little bit of a benefit for DragOn as he dives on top of the Hydras with the Zealots. Now they're going to be doing a lot of damage, but the Hydras, good spread by them, good concave, but looks like DragOn's Zealots should be enough to hold on to this for now. DragOn with very, very good Zealot micro, very, very good targeting. And Lamozerg losing a lot of his initial force. Now the Hydralisks are able to get through this gap. Zealots as well, but that's going to give them a closer path to the natural. But the trouble is there are going to be 3 cannons back here. He's going into 4 gateways, 5 gateways behind this. And although the Zealot numbers are being thinned out slowly but surely, you can see just how much damage these Zealots are doing to this Hydralisk line. I mean, we did have a Corsair go down there, so that's a little bit of an advantage for Lamozerg, who's still trying to micro away against these Zealots. But there's only 5 Hydralisks left now, and that's not going to be enough to take down the cannons. He's waiting for some more units to come in. But the trouble is, the longer he waits, the more chance these gateways have of kicking in. We're going to be going up to 7 gateways for DragOn. He's stopped Corsair production. A great storm on top of those front Hydralisks. And not target firing the cannons properly either. And Lamozerg throws away a few too many Hydralisks once again. And I mean, +1 attack is finished for the Hydralisk now, but Lamozerg still hasn't taken an additional base. He is he's not all in as such, I don't want to say that, but he's obviously giving DragOn more of a chance to come back in this game. DragOn with another great storm, so many nearly dead Hydralisks. He's going to have to fall back for now. Now, is he going to go into Lair behind this? He is. So Lair finally on the way at 10 minutes. Not the kind of timing you want to get it. There's going to be an Archon. There's going to be another... Oh, there's going to be at least 1 storm here, soon to be 2 as well, and DragOn is now going to be the one with the initiative. Obviously, the Hydra is going to be trying to get through the middle of the map. Archon is not going to be able to fit through this gap, so the Hydralisk is going to be able to get away for now. But the High Templars are going to be able to go through there when he wants to, and DragOn is going to start to build an insanely big army. Now, there is a little bit of a weird pathing problem that he has going on. He built this gateway in a really weird place, so... Any Dragoons that come out a little bit later are going to be kind of stuck in his base. We do have Robo coming in soon, hopefully, for DragOn. Looks like he has got his Robo here, so that's certainly another little advantage for him. We've got a Zealot going down. Going to scan out that this third base is coming in. But DragOn going to leave this probe here as a little bit of a scout as well to make sure. And nothing kind of goes awry. Now... What is the plan from Lamozerg? Obviously he's going into this third base. That's going to be scouted by those units. He hasn't cleared out this mineral field yet, so that's not going to allow him to defend super easily. But I mean, this is a big swell of Zealots heading across the map. High Templar in reserve here at the back. He does need to be careful to spread his Hydralisk kind of pre-spread. Looks like the hatchery has been cancelled, so Lamozerg knows that this is going to be a trap. Eventually the High Templar going to be on the way. He doesn't have any Overlord's in position to really see this happening anymore. So Lamozerg, if you look at his vision, is really playing entirely in the dark, and that's not a position you want to be in against Protoss. Now it looks like DragOn, with his +1 attack, +2 should actually nearly be finished. Does need to wait for that, going a little bit early. Oh, this could be a little bit of a problem, but there's going to be Hydros on both sides, but great storms by DragOn, actually going to kill a lot of the Hydralisks, but good usage of that high ground, going to take down a lot of the units of DragOn, and it's pretty much just High Templar now against Hydralisks, and that's not a position you realistically want to be in. A good storm to try and kill the retreat, or to save the retreat in High Templar, but that's a good engagement by Lamozerg. That's the kind of moves he needs to make. He needs to kill these High Templar if he wants to stand any chance. Now a good storm once again, but that High Templar is going to give his life for the color. And looks like DragOn moving in with more and more Zealots. The trouble is Lamozerg has not got the macro machine that you would normally see from Zerg at this stage in the game. You don't see 6 hatcheries, you don't see 3 bases. And DragOn is actually going to be able to afford his 3rd base long before Lamozerg is going to be able to. And I mean, Lamozerg obviously building a lot of lurkers here. This is 10 lurkers morphing at once. That's going to be very, very difficult for DragOn to really start to push through these small... Well, this is a big choke. But if he can get up here, he can block this path. He can definitely block here with just a couple now. The problem is he's not going to be able to go through this gap anymore. Lurkers are counted as big units. Hydras are small, of course. And he is going to be trying to go around DragOn's army. Now, is this going to be a big, big mistake? DragOn actually sending his whole army to try and deny this 3rd base that isn't even coming up. Now, is this going to cause DragOn a problem? It's going to be actually quite possible for these lurkers to get into the main, but it looks like we've got a lot of Hydralisks trying to come the other way. The lurker's getting a little bit stuck, and we see DragOn pulling his entire army back. The benefit is he does have observers already, so that's not going to be that great. Link still without speed, actually. He's still not getting link speed, which is a bit of a problem. Now, he is going to try and get lurkers on top of the ramp, but a good storm already going down on them from both angles. And now we're going to have quite a large flood of lurkers trying to come in from both directions. But good storm should be able to handle this. Really, really good storm on top of all 3 of the lurkers there. And I mean, the lurkers at the back being cleared by an observer and a dragoon. But he's trying to keep DragOn's army away from his natural. The lurker going to be forced to pull back. One of the observers nearly getting taken down. Just about to get away. Does get taken down. That's going to be a big deal for DragOn, as his unit's getting a little bit stuck at the ramp. And with, oh, there is another 2 observers here, so that's a good save by DragOn there. And it looks like Lamozerg is just throwing everything away. Yes, he is. GG! DragOn takes down Lamozerg to give NaS the 2-0 lead in this series. Now, there is one more game that was played. Game number 4 was a walkover. But we're going to find out how exactly that game goes after this short break. Just to give my voice a little bit of a chance to rest. But when we get back, we're going to be watching Sugo versus Jedi 1 on Katrina. So don't go anywhere.